Hello, I'm Vic Gilgis, and I'd like to talk on this video about the principles and how simple they are in terms of their effectiveness through the understanding of the principles to calm your mind down. Now, quite a few years ago now, I used to practice a lot of hypnotherapy, and that calms the mind down. And to do that took a bit of effort and skill, obviously. I needed a script. I needed helps to have the right voice. I'm not saying that I did. But again, what I'm saying is that it showed me that the mind can be calmed down, but also it does require effort on the part of the person who's practicing the hypnotherapy. There are other approaches like meditation. Again, you need a decent meditation script. Again, the voice helps, and it's the effort, what I would say, compared to knowing or understanding the principles, because the principles, once you see it, you can go to a calm mind, and that's what it's about. So there are other modalities you could use. I mean, CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, is very popular. Again, research, and I'm talking about detailed, peer-reviewed, proper research, as it were, into these modalities like CBT have shown that the principles can actually outperform them in terms of helping calm the mind down, well-being, that type of thing. So, what does the principles tell us, and how does that help? How does the understanding of the principles help us calm our mind down? Well, it shows us that we have a consciousness, and that the consciousness basically believes what it sees, and because we all have egos, the consciousness is bound to believe what our ego says in terms of we're not good enough, thin enough, fast enough, wealthy enough, this enough, that enough. And that's what the ego can do. All the world or people can kind of upset us, and therefore we have thoughts about this, and so that's, it affects us, gets us upset, and that is reflected in our behaviour. So that understanding that we can get that way when we are in thought, and that when we do have such worry thoughts, then we worry even more. So we try to use our intellect to kind of look at why we worry and how we can avoid worry. The main thing being, I suppose, one of the main things with the principles is knowing that it's inside out and there's nothing wrong with us, that our upset is coming from our own thinking, not the outside world. I mean, we can't, if it was the outside world, we would have to go around, shutting down the outside world or altering the outside world, or our upset would last as long as the outside world remained the same. So we just can't, kind of see that working. It doesn't work, because in actual fact, the truth is that everything works from the inside out. It is our thoughts about things, and that's what Sydney Banks said is the missing link. And once we understand this, then we can kind of, we know what's going on. We know that behind that, everything, because we're talking about mind, consciousness and thought, that when we have a quiet mind, then our innate calmness, our innate wisdom does shine forth. It is always there. Except, obviously, it's obscured when we have the brass band playing of thinking. So it's that simple. It's seeing that when we take our thoughts less seriously, because they are our thoughts, that thoughts can be good, bad or indifferent, and that when our thoughts quieten down, then our wisdom inside of us at the soul level, which comes from life's intelligence, that's always there, life is running through us, then that's what we pick up on. Not meaning to say that our intellect that can't solve things, but basically it is what it is. It is only as good as our computer brain can solve things, whereas wisdom is an entirely different thing. But when they're both working in tandem, then you've got everything. You've got the wisdom informing the intellect, instead of just running on intellect, which is just limited and is bounded by our own perceptions and beliefs. And that's what can cause us our trouble. So it's that simple. Understanding the principles shows us that we have a system which is perfect, that shines through when the fog of worry starts to lift, and that we know that we don't have to be concerned with our thoughts. They come and go, they can be good, bad and indifferent, as I've said. So it's that simple, that the wisdom is there behind it all. So thank you very much.